Yo, what is up, everybody? Ooh, wrong screen. Let me go to the full cam instead. Bring back the transition. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Welcome to another episode of After the After Hours with your main man, TraderPrad. He's here with the Snoop Doggy Dogg. Snoop Dogg shirt on. We're feeling like Snoop Dogg. We're feeling great. The GOAT. I don't know if you're talking about Snoop or me. Either way, we both the GOATs at this moment. The day today felt amazing. Today's trading was amazing. I mean, I was so in line with my setups, with myself, with my playbooks, and even when the losses came in, no losses hurt me emotionally. Everything was just superb. It was on point, and boy, if only could we trade like that every single day. But let me actually say something over here that one of my buddies said on Discord recently. You know, we as a trader, we're humans, right? We're not AIs, we're not algos, we're not robots. One day we might be, but not right now. So we as a manual human traders, bringing our A game to the game is not always possible. It's just not possible, right? Ronaldo can't be Ronaldo every day. LeBron can't be LeBron every day. Sometimes they fall off. So bringing our A day can't be 100% of the time. So that can't be the mission. The mission has to be how to react better and how to do better on those C days, on those F days where you're not doing your best. How do you react better onto those? And that is kind of where trading really unlocks for yourself. But today was not those C days for me. Today was an amazing A plus Prad today. He showed up. The LeBron of LeBrons, the Prad of Prads showed up today to the market, and boy, do we have some fun today. I mean, so many movers, earnings-based stocks. Some of them we're gonna talk about. We're actually gonna go through some of my trades today and maybe playbook them, see if we can catalog those trades, and that way we can catch them again the next time they show up. Maybe even talk about how we could have improved on my best setups, and you know, continuing forward, improve 1% better. We'll also talk about all the stocks that we have on prep for tomorrow, on the watch list for tomorrow. So stocks that are reporting earnings in the pre-market, like Dollar General, Dollar Tree already. Dollar Tree reported pre-market. It's Dollar General that reports tomorrow, and we also have I'm trying to remember. Dollar General and Dick's Sporting Goods. There you go. DKS reporting tomorrow pre-market. Tomorrow after hours is also pretty busy, but we'll keep that for tomorrow's stream. So make sure you show up because we stream Monday to Thursday. Almost put in Friday there. Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. on Sunday, 6 p.m. for those of you who are new to the stream. But if you're not new, you know what we do. We get started with all things earnings. So why don't we dive in, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get the party started. Let's get the ball rolling. We got a lot of people in the chat today. I love it. Dieter, what's up, Dieter? What's up, Ponzi? Gained weight. welcome gained weight. I just met you in the Think with Bookmap chat. I love that you know me from Trader TV, and now you get to get reacquainted with me. So welcome back, welcome back. Angry Buddha, what's up, brother? He said he's gonna bring some groceries real quick, so we're gonna give him some time. TH, Corey, ZZ, and obviously the main man, Oso, the robot himself. No emotions in him. Ice in his veins. Ice in his veins. This absolute robot. You guys should go follow him on YouTube. He actually streams his trading live. Day trades live for you guys. The futures market, not what I do, which is the equities market, right? He trades the futures market and does so pretty damn well. So go check him out on YouTube. Click on his link, hit the subscribe and like on his streams too. And go help out my buddy Oso. He's almost at 1,000 subs if I remember correctly. So go help him out. I'm almost at 1,000 subs. So help me out too by hitting that like and subscribe. But like I mentioned, we're gonna get started over here, ladies and gentlemen, with our watch list. So let me quickly bring in the watch list for us. Here's the watch list for tomorrow, starting with stocks that reported earnings today after hours, such as Pat, Sentinel One, Lennar. We have stocks that are reporting tomorrow pre-market, such as Dollar General, Dick's Sporting Goods. Stocks that reported today pre-market or already reported sometime throughout this week, such as Dollar Tree, Williams-Sonoma, Oracle, NVO, the Ozempic pill, kind of moving around a little bit. Recently announced their earnings, went to a new all-time high. And we also have some sort of a catalyst with Oprah coming up. So I'm going to keep watching this stock on my list. ON, along with Marvell, also stocks that reported earnings recently and have been making a little bit of a move. We also got the cryptocurrency basket. The cryptocurrency basket, even though I've been trading it less and less now, I was very hyped about trading crypto when it was making a move into the all-time high, but then it's not really doing too much of a hype into the ETF side. However, Bitcoin making another new all-time high today, looks like, possibly. Yeah, making another new all-time high now. So yeah, amazing to see Bitcoin obviously at 73K, possibly going to 100K. But at the moment, just kind of dialing back on the cryptocurrency basket of stocks to trade on. But we still are going to keep them on the watch list just in case some craziness starts to take off over there. Then we can get indulged with that party over there too. We have the semiconductor industry. As you guys know, this Friday, SMCI gets added to the S&P 500 index. Actually, I should reword that. This Friday, S&P 500 actually transfers over from the S&P 400 into the S&P 500, so it actually is a migration, not an add. But either way, it gets pushed into the S&P 500, and because of that, SMCI has been moving all crazy like and taking the rest of its partners along with it to the high side. Micron, ARM, TSM. However, Marvell, bad earnings report, and they flushed all the way back into the $60. So we'll talk about the semiconductor industry without a doubt. The Mega 7, the Magnificent 7, always on the watch list. You guys know how much I love the Mag 7, so that always stays on the board without fail. So that right there comprises of our watch list for tomorrow, the stocks that I'm most interested for, and we're going to start charting that. So let's get started. But before I do that, we got some questions over here. Thank you for subscribing. Tea time. Ooh, I like that. Tea time, tea time, tea time. Are we talking tea time like tea because you spelt it like that, or are we talking tea like hitting the golf tee? But is that spelled the same way, or is that spelled T-E-E? Tea time? Either way, tea time, tea time, tea time, tea time. I haven't golfed in a long time. I need to golf. Lucas from Mongolia coming in asking us, what is 13R? So 13R is basically how you calculate as a day trader or even a swing trader in terms of risk to reward ratio. That's all it comes down to in trading, right? When people tell me, oh, I made 5,000% on options, I ask them, how much were you risking? And they don't really know that question. They just go, yeah, but I made 5,000%. Yeah, awesome. Congratulations to you. But obviously in options, your risk is exactly like, you know, whatever the premium you put in. And sometimes you can pull out before that premium even hits. But that is the risk over there. But I'm putting it in terms of more the stock market terms, right? When you're actually trading equities, when you're actually trading shares, everything, even in options, honestly, everything is in terms of risk to reward ratio. So for every 1 unit of risk, how many units of reward are you actually getting out of the trade? And at the very least, as a day trader, you want to look for 3:1, because if your win rate is 50%, if your win rate is, that's a pretty hard ask right there too, to ask people to get a 50% win rate in trading. It's kind of like a coin flip, right? Every trade is almost a coin flip if you think about it. But if you're flipping that coin enough times and you're only losing 1 unit of risk every time you lose, but every time you win you make 3 units of reward, that is on the path to be a very, very profitable trader. So 13 units of reward is what I got on my best trade of the day today. We'll talk about that in a second. My best trade on the day today gave me 13 units of reward for 1 unit of risk. So that's a big, big win. Usually I only get like maybe 3R, maybe 2R. I take my wins out way quicker. I take my wins and I run away, and then I bitch about me not being able to hold my wins as long as I want to. I will do that with my win today too, because we did leave a lot of money on the table. But catching a nice 13R win, showing me that I am improving 1%, baby. That was the goal, and we're doing it. We're compounding on our gains. I'm not sure what Dallas meant by saying no homo when he said that, though. I'm not sure I got that part. You know anything about Top Step prop firm for futures trading? Are they good? I mean, obviously, I don't really know anything about any other prop firms other than my own. However, that's a lie. I know something about Surge Trader. Surge Trader is an absolute scam, and you should be careful from trading with Surge Trader. But with the Top Step prop firms and all the other prop firms, I mean, I would probably go do research on Reddit. Reddit is usually a great resource. Talking about Reddit, their IPO confirmed March 21st. So that's a hype up next week coming up. We also have FOMC next week. So hyped up next week incoming. But talking about Top Step and other futures firms, I will say a lot of my friends are using Apex Trading Fund. I think that's, or Apex Funded Trading, or somewhere along those words. I think it's called Apex. Think with Bookmap. A lot of guys would think with Bookmap actually use Apex. A lot of my personal friends in my real life that I know who also trade use Apex themselves. So if you want to go check out Apex, I would suggest that to you. I know two legitimate, I want to say legitimate in quotes, because legitimate companies have done their research and vetted these other two prop firms, which are the Fivers and Trade the Pool. They're both vetted. They're both backed by multiple companies. They've done the research on these companies. They are actually regulated through the real CFD system for stock markets. They even do futures and so on. So Trade the Pool and Fivers, you might want to go check them out. I have no affiliation with any of these, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But if you want my suggestions, I would maybe go look at Apex, Trade the Pool, Fivers. Greetings. What's up, Pratty Man? What's up, Angry Bear? How you doing, brother? I held my calls overnight and got punished, hoping for a rebound in the next few days. I still got over 30 days on my options, so all good. Yeah, I don't really like options. That whole time period stuff is crazy to me. Maybe because I've been trading stocks so long in my life that getting limited on time instead of having a market structure to decide on when to get out, when to get in. That just kind of beats me, because that feels like I need to be more like an analyst, right? I need to predict where the stock's going, and I don't like doing that. I don't like to predict. I don't know. The only thing I know is I know nothing. So I don't know where the stocks are gonna go. What I can do is draw some lines on the chart and kind of expect that, okay, if it goes here, what would I like to see in that area that would make me enter into a trade? So that's the way I kind of work around it. So I want to react to the market structure instead of having to kind of let options dictate to me where exactly I should be getting out, or where exactly I should be getting in on a time-based structure. That's why I stay away from options. But I do know options is a very lucrative market, and hence it draws in. It's like the flies to the light, or moths to the light. Is it moths? What are those little creatures that fly to the light? Those creatures to the light, right? You see big profits, you go there, but it's also a pretty scary market, man. It's a scary market. People don't usually understand what they're doing on there. There's so much math fact behind options, that scares me right there. You know, I like my stocks. Buy low, sell high. Monkey do, monkey see. I like that nonsense over there. But yeah, the space apes are drawn to the light. Exactly. I'm a degenerate, so that's why I like options. And that makes sense too. That makes sense. Sully probably drink coffee. Where's Sully? Sully's in the chat. Where is Jedi and Sully? Oh, Alex is asking about Sully. Jedi probably busy with his life overall, and Sully, I mean, not sure what Sully is. Probably golfing, honestly. Probably golfing. I have a few calls on PayPal open. Some at 65, some at 69 for mid-April. Feeling bullish on those PayPal calls. I don't know, man. PayPal's been big dead for a long time. I don't know if PayPal is the play anymore, but I use PayPal every day to pay for my online purchases like Spotify Premium and YouTube Premium and all that stuff. So I like PayPal, but I just don't know buying PayPal or being bullish on PayPal is good anymore. But I also haven't looked at their chart in a long time. Where is PayPal at the moment? I mean, that's doing pretty well. Nice little pop on the stock today. Whoa. Oh, it's the pop for on PayPal. Nice, beautiful pop on PayPal. Getting ready to maybe go back up a little bit. But right now, I'm just going to stay away from this stock. We already have our watch list for tomorrow. So why don't we get started with said watch list? I'm going to start with deleting all of my old lines over here. Get rid of these garbage lines. Bang, 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 bang. Ooh, my garage is open. So get rid of all the garbage lines, move these two wonder lines over, and now we can kind of put in today's high, today's low, mark that up for myself, and then we can get started with Pat. So Pat obviously reported earnings today after hours, reported somewhat of a decent earnings report. Went up 40% on the EPS, went up almost 6% on the revenue. The stock price actually went up also, but sadly came right back down and kind of settled into today's range. We still found support into today's low. We still found resistance into today's high, and kind of just hung out into today's range overall on the earnings report. So looks like that's around where the earnings came out. Overall, all of this move just looks nonsensical to me. So I'm going to mark it right here where the earnings came out for the earnings report. Earnings anchor VWAP. What am I trying to say here? For the earnings anchor VWAP, we already saw that the stock has, sellers to the upside. So if we do pop up here again one more time, there could be an opportunity for us to get short. But the way that it got flushed right back to the downside from those areas, I'm a little interested to see maybe if there's a short opportunity to the downside. Is the guidance weak on the stock, or what could be the reason the stock went up so beautifully off the earnings report, but then sadly just did not find any buyers later on? Is it the conference call that came in and people just didn't like what the conference call had to say? Keep in mind, this is a AI company, if I remember correctly, right? UiPath, it got hyped up in the whole AI craziness too, and probably went up a little bit. Didn't really, if I remember correctly, AI is part of their stuff, right? I don't remember if it was AI lending. Was it AI lending UiPath, or am I thinking about a different company right now? I'm thinking about maybe no, it wasn't AI. It wasn't UiPath. I'm thinking about a whole different company right now. Actually, I can't even remember what company that one is. UPST. I'm thinking about UPST. Yeah. Now, okay, no, this is not UPST, but the very similar story at the end of the day to all these stocks that IPO'd in the same time period, got destroyed all the way to the downside. Another growth company. I'm getting a little bit confused over here with UPST. My apologies, but overall, pretty big down move after hitting those highs. Let me quickly go back to the 5-minute. Yeah, look at that. Pretty much coming into that exact same high, flushing right back into today's low. So pretty important as to how the stock reacts into the pre-market, going into today's high and going into today's low. If 24 continues to hold, which was actually the previous earnings anchors VWAP, if we continue to hold this 24 area, there could be an opportunity to look for a long. But how big of a move can we really expect? We already see some selling here. We see a clear seller here. So I'm not really looking for that explosive move on path back to the upside. Usually when stocks do this on the earnings report, they kind of just do nothing. They kind of just do this, or they just kind of hang out in this range or a little bit in this range. So not really a exciting trade right off the bat looking at it. So we might have to let the stock marinate a little bit tomorrow, see how the stock reacts in pre-market off the earnings report, and then maybe we find some trades. But let's actually pull up our good friends over at Benzinga. I use Benzinga for all things news related, but they're not only for news. They also have other cool stuff in them, like scanners. You can build your own watch list in there for yourself. You can also use their charting platform. So tons of great stuff in there on Benzinga Pro. Go check out the link below in the description. This part of the stream is brought to you by Benzinga. UiPath reported its fourth physical financial I can't even read right now. My mind's all over the place. Let me focus, Pratt. Focus. Okay. UiPath reported its fourth quarter financial results after the bell Wednesday. Here's a look at the highlights, the detail. The company reported the quarterly earnings of 22 cents per share, which beat the analyst consensus estimates of 16 cents by 37.5%. Quarterly sales clocked in at record $405 million, beating the analyst estimates of $383 million. We saw that, representing a 31% increase over sales from last year. So 31% increase year over year. Monster beat over there too. UiPath achieved its first quarter of GAAP profitability as public company and cash flow from operating and non-GAAP adjusted free cash flow of 104. Is it first quarter of profitability? Damn, so they're actually making money now? Hey, shout out to these guys. Shout out to these guys. Okay. We delivered a strong close to the fiscal year, and we delivered a strong close to the fiscal year with the fourth quarter ARR growing 22% year over year with the $1.4 billion, underscoring the meaningful outcomes our business automation platform delivers for our customers. Why can't I read today? My brain's all over the place. I'm getting distracted in my own head over here, and I'm failing to read. The combination of UiPath's AI, so it was AI. I remember the stock being in the whole AI nonsense craziness. So I wasn't getting confused. However, I did get a little bit confused with UPST in terms of AI lending. But this stock is in terms of AI. UiPath's AI and automation is the strategic change enabler for our customers that make digital transformation easier and faster while empowering customers to innovate, adapt, and grow more quickly. Is his name Einstein? Enslin. I almost read that as Einstein. UiPath sees first quarter revenue in the range of 330 to 335 versus estimates. So there we go. There we go. Now we're seeing the hints as to why the stock moved back down on the earnings report. So the guidance looks like a little bit of a miss for the next quarter, or should I say the running quarter over here. Fiscal 2025 revenue to be between 1.5 and 1.56 compared to 1.53. That's actually a beat. The overall full year revenue estimates was actually a beat, so that's not bad. Going back to this report, looking ahead to fiscal year 2025, the afternoon guidance reflects typical seasonal patterns in the business as well as our plans to strategically invest to further expand our market leadership while continuing to drive operating leverage. So they're just going to blame seasonality as to the reason why this quarter's revenue is revenue is going to be a slight miss compared to estimates, but the full year is looking pretty good. They're saying they're going to invest in themselves. So everything is looking good over here for UiPath. I mean, if today's bottom, like I said, what's that, 24 area? If 24 shows up as a good support and we're not able to break that, I'm expecting if the stock is even above 24 in pre-market, let's actually go back to the 5-minute chart to show you what I'm looking for. If we're above 24, reclaiming the earnings anchored VWAP and kind of sitting like that going into the open, then I might be interested to look for that breakout of this area over here back into this range, kind of look for that range trade over here, and then maybe later on in the day we actually get the breakout through 28 if that report was that bullish. But clearly not really an extremely bullish report, but a decently good report that I think warrants us to look for those longs if we are able to reclaim today's high and actually not pushed under today's low. So as long as this whole area is showing up as some sort of a buying area, I'm looking to see if some buying opportunity shows up for us as intraday opportunities. Next stock on the earnings report, Sentinel One. This one actually flushing to the downside a little bit. Nice move back down on Sentinel. I remember the last time the stock reported earnings, it got gapped up big time. It also was in the talks of getting bought out. I think I remember that it was getting talked about getting bought out. Not sure how those talks went through. However, yeah, I remember looking for a trade into this area and actually gave you that trade. However, sadly, flushing back down now. Let's actually go to the 60-minute time frame because I don't really like that 5-minute chart at the moment. Turn off the extended trading hours and then kind of look for areas that might be interesting to watch out for. So 25, I think we're actually into that 25 right now. Somewhere around $23 all the way up to $22.83. I don't think I need to really mark that. That's the previous earnings anchored VWAP. I don't think I need to use that as a reference anymore. I think we're kind of going under 25. Let's actually take a look at the earnings report. 50% beat on EPS. 3% beat on revenue. Is this the case of a missed guidance over here? So that's probably what it looks like. I mean, it looks like a missed guidance case to the downside. The report does look good. We are under 25 as I expected it to be. Back under 25 and kind of even hit that 23 marker. So looks like that 23 to 2280 area might just come into play as long as the stock continues to find rejection from this 25. So I think there's a clear-cut answer here. Our resistance and our inflection point tomorrow is going to be 25 for Sentinel One. If the stock can clearly show us resistance into 25, we got a beautiful move into $23. The stock has a nice ATR of $1.36. I think we see a extension of that ATR. A nice little 10% drop to the downside also could be something to keep an eye out for. I think we're already down 10%. No, we're not. No, that wouldn't even be 10%. It would be a 5% drop. So overall, I don't think we trigger SSR, I guess. But we will be looking for that move into $23 if the stock can reject 25 and give us a trade over there. LEN. Do we even need to take a look at the earnings report? I mean, let's actually take a look at the report just so we can be a little bit more informed as to what the report actually is. That way we can kind of see if the move matches a report or if the move deviates from the report. So here's the report. Q4 earnings. We saw the earnings numbers already, so I'm going to kind of just skip through that. Beating the estimates. Okay, total revenue was up 38% year over year. Annualized recurring revenue came in at 39%, increased up 13% year over year. Customers with annualized recurring revenue also grew up by 30%. That's awesome. The company ended the quarter with 1.1 billion in cash. We closed the year very strongly. Revenue grew 47% and operating margin improvement of more than 30% points compared to prior year. Our pace of innovation and security leadership remains unmatched. Enterprises are selecting Sentinel One at a record pace across endpoint data, cloud security, and more. We're giving control back to the enterprises through enterprise-wide visibility and autonomous cybersecurity. Sentinel One sees first quarter revenue coming in at 181 million versus estimates of 180. That looks like an inline/beat to me. Full year revenue expected to be between 812 to 818 versus estimates of whoa. So what happened? Stock, however, went down. Went up approximately 8.5% over a 3-month period heading into the print. The stock went down 8.7%. So yeah, I mean, we did talk about how the stock was rallying going into the earnings report based on the previous earnings report, but I guess not as much hype going into this earnings report. That's actually pretty weird because the report's not that bad, ladies and gentlemen. The report's not bad at all. So maybe I'm going to have to flip my idea a little bit. You're looking, once again, that inflection of 25, still the inflection of 25. If the stock actually is able to get above 25 in pre-market, we'll be looking to see how the stock will do going back through today's low, and maybe we see today's high kind of coming back into play. Stop drawing lines. Moved some of my indicators over here. Yesterday's high. Yesterday's low. Why did I have yesterday's high and yesterday's low here? Why was Sentinel One on my watch list on this day? What the hell? That's weird. However, Sentinel One back on our watch list today, and we actually have earnings on the stock tomorrow. Pretty decent earnings as we just looked for. The guidance was good. Everything in the company actually grew year over year. So I'm not sure why the big move to the downside over here. Nice little sell-off. So not really matching the report. Maybe looking to see if we can catch some dips, especially if we can reclaim the earnings anchor VWAP here of $25, which I think is honestly our big inflection point as to what is going to be the decider as to what the stock is going to do. Lennar. Now, this stock is sadly not really that exciting for most people because of the volume side. It's only about 1 million shares for $160 stock, which means it could be a little spready. It could be a little bit less volume off the open than what you're used to, especially if you're used to trading your Rivians and your Teslas and so on. So, why did I say Rivian? Your Teslas and your Nvidias. So keep that in mind. But tomorrow being or tonight being earnings report, there could be a little bit of an extra oomph on this position, bringing in that extra volume, and we could maybe look for that trade. What the hell? 1 minute. So looking to see what Lennar could set up tomorrow. I'm just gonna quickly put in the earnings anchor VWAP. I'm just gonna go back to the 5 minutes. Screw that. Put in the earnings anchor VWAP. A little bit of a down move already indicated from the earnings play. Not really sure how the earnings actually came out. It is a home building company. So I think sometimes throughout the week we do have house retail sales, home numbers and so on. Economic data for home related. Can't really remember what they're actually called right now, right off the bat. Trying to see if I can pull it up. I guess they didn't really do it this week, but maybe next week. Yeah, there you go. Building permits and housing numbers and so on. That's what I was looking for. Jesus Christ, my brain was blanking completely. So housing numbers and all the other fun stuff comes in, and these stocks kind of move around during that time too. Home Depot and other companies also come into play a little bit for those stocks. So I do remember having that as a setup. Lennar also at all-time highs, and the previous earnings report, the stock gave you a monster breakout through the previous all-time high. So that was a trade I also remember. So I mean, this is something to keep on watch, but at the moment with how the stock is behaving off the report, already flushing to the downside off the report, not really too excited over there to look for a trade. I think we are going to have a bunch of other stocks to trade for, and I'll be also very honest, tomorrow might just be a nothing burger day, guys. Tomorrow, you might just have to sit on your hands the whole day. A nice little inside day on the QQQ, a nice little inside day on the S&P 500, and I'm not expecting fireworks to play off tomorrow. You might just have to see the market do nothing going into Friday, and then Friday we actually have the fireworks because it's the S&P 500 rebalance. It's the triple witching / quad witching. A lot of contracts expiring. As so far, what we have been noticing is semiconductor stocks have their biggest moves on Friday. Nvidia, last Friday you saw the big move on that. The Friday before that, SMCI made a big move. So these options traders, these options hedgers are kind of sometimes waiting for the last second to hedge their position and kind of get that delta offset, if that's even the right way to say it. Either way, they're waiting for the last second to kind of get those shares and so on. So we're seeing a lot of moves, a lot of pegging, a lot of price action on Fridays, and triple witching / quad witching coming in this Friday. It just means a lot more craziness could come into the market. So I'm pretty excited to see what the markets could do Friday. I'm not really that interested to do anything tomorrow. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go in and look for opportunities, right? We're going to go in, put some risk on the table if the risk is warranted, and I don't think Lennar is in that basket, sadly. However, based on the earnings report right now, somewhat of a mixed report. We beat EPS, we missed revenue. The guidance is probably negative on this position. I'm not even going to waste my time with it. Based on the move, if it does flush back into this 156 area, maybe we could look for some possible relief rally longs back to the north side. If we do dip a little bit more, we could wait to see if buying could come into somewhere where the previous earnings anchor VWAP is, right into 152, 153 or so. So Lennar, we'll keep it in the shadow end of our watch list, not really in the front end of our watch list, to see if it can help us find some trades. Trader in a yard, Ani and Dieter. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. The next stock over here, the stocks that actually report earnings tomorrow pre-market. So we got Dollar General. Let me quickly just delete most of my lines here. You guys know I don't use any of these garbage no more. Get this garbage out of here. Get this garbage out of here. Holy snap, bro. Why did I have so... Oh my goodness, Prad. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Today's VWAP. Yesterday's VWAP. Today's high. Today's low. That's actually a pretty decent move on Dollar General. I guess obviously that move is because of Dollar Tree, its partner in crime, you know, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, pretty much the same company, pretty much the same moves overall. Dollar Tree coming out with their earnings report, they announced they're going to be closing over 1,000 stores, so that kind of destroyed Dollar Tree over here, absolutely dropped to the downside. I mean, you can see how Dollar Tree pushed. Ooh, wee woo, wee woo. We got lights glowing. What's going on over here, man? We got... How many tabs do you have open, you psycho? Why does everyone say that? I'm not a psycho. Okay? Just for that, I'm going to open more tabs that are just going to do nothing. There's more tabs that are going to do absolutely nothing just to piss people off. I hope you're pissed. I hope I ruined your day. All right, anyways, Dollar Tree came out with a pretty negative earnings report, dropped big time to the south side, found a little bit of a relief, I guess, going into that lows, but didn't really do too much after on. I think this will give you some sort of an opportunity to look long tomorrow, honestly, on Dollar Tree, especially if Dollar General comes out with a good report. So look out for that sympathy move. Dollar General actually had that sympathy to the downside, sadly, from the Dollar Tree report, but if Dollar General comes out with a great report, they could actually rip to the north side, back to their 52-week high and much higher than there, taking Dollar Tree a little bit higher too from their relief rally. I mean, Dollar Tree is closing 1,000 stores, but they're not going bankrupt, and they're actually dropping back to the starting of the year level. So this could bring in some buyers, this could bring in some short covers. So looking to see if this 127, what is today's low, 126.80, let's say 126.80 to 127. No, that's actually 129. That line is 129. We'll say 126.80 to 127.50 area. You might want to watch out how the stock trades in that zone. You could get some possible supports to get long into, and if that zone doesn't hold, then there could be even bigger imminent doom for Dollar Tree to the downside. And obviously you're watching Dollar General at the same time. Like I just mentioned, this stock could come out with a good earnings report and have some good run to the upside, and in that case Dollar Tree is not a short anymore, just not a short in my opinion, unless Dollar Tree goes all the way back into, like, you know, $140, then it's a goddamn short without fail. So keep that in mind also back in the head. DKS, a stock that's reporting earnings tomorrow pre-market, also with Dollar General, but this one actually had an interesting move today. It popped up into my scanners, into my opening range 5-minute breakout scanner. The stock wasn't really doing too much volume in the pre-market or even going into the open, so I didn't really care about the stock at all. But later on, when I pulled out the position and I was looking at the chart, I was surprised by looking at the move on DKS that going into the earnings report, the stock is going to make a move like this. So clearly somebody knows something. Somebody is buying up the position before the report even comes out. Very often you see this happening where before the stock even reports earnings, it does a little bit of a move like that. And I'm gonna go to maybe MMM was insane today too. I mean, that's monstrous. We might actually have to put MMM in the watch list over here. Let me quickly put in MMM right under Dollar Tree, triple M. What is MMM's ATR? 2.21. I mean, that was way more than 2.21 of a goddamn ATR, bruh. Okay, that was way more than 2.21 there. But yeah, MMM. What was I talking about before MMM? God damn it, I got distracted. But very often you see stocks, make a little bit of a move before they actually even report earnings, because somebody knows something and they're pushing that key. And that's actually a little bit of a spike in volume compared to its average volume, which is only 1 million. It brought in 2 million today. So it had a 2R vol and made a nice little move like that. Are we saying that the stock is going through all-time highs and ripping back to the even bigger area? So watch out for this stock. Obviously DKS coming out with the earnings report. We're watching this 190 area for a possible rip, and it's probably going to go through it off the earnings report itself. And if the report is bad, then you got a beautiful level to short off of. 190 or even today's low, anywhere in this whole consolidation box range. You're kind of keeping an eye out to see how the stock reacts. So DKS, Dick's Sporting Goods, we all love Dick's. I know you guys love Dick's, so we'll see how Dick's will end up showing on the market for us off the report. Dollar Tree, we talked about that just not too long ago. See if that 126 to 127 area can find some buying, especially if Dollar General can show up with some good earnings report. Triple M, new CEO coming into play, so nice little move to the upside on Triple M. Beautiful move to the upside, actually. I mean, almost going back to previous big levels. That's actually pretty good. I mean, shout out. So yeah, monster move on Triple M over here on the catalyst that the CEO is changing. It gapped up yesterday. Very rare do we see a stock gapping up into a previous gap high and then making another move the second day after. Usually after gapping up, they kind of do this and then make a breakout. So clearly this catalyst is very important, and we might see some tomorrow. However, I am expecting this, and then later on that. So tomorrow I am expecting a little bit of this action and then a little bit higher action later on. But if we do get to play with this 104 to short, or 104 actually breaks and shows buying for an ability to go back higher through 104 into 110, those are two beautiful opportunities over there setting up on Triple M. So watching 104 for me. Somebody benefits from Dollar Tree closing stores. Obviously somebody's gonna benefit 100% of the time, no matter what's happening. Otherwise it's not called capitalism, my friend. These tabs are actually bothering me now. You know why? Because they're empty tabs. That's the only reason they're bothering me. If they're not empty tabs, I wouldn't be that bothered. So maybe I open all 20 tabs. Should I do it? You know what? These are more. Open all 46 tabs. Now I'm trolling. I'm trolling. You guys know that song. I'm probably gonna get demonetized for even singing it right now, but it's a good vibe to sing right now for me charting. I'm just putting some lines on the chart, getting in my vibe, getting in my zone. Hence why you're like, you're a psycho. All right, MMM, nice little move over here. We'll see if this one helps us tomorrow. Now, let's get started with my trades on the day. You guys ready for these ones? I mean, look at these awesome trades. I was on absolute fire, super hot fire, but I'm not a rapper. Starting with Williams Sonoma. Williams Sonoma, we talked about this yesterday on stream. We talked about how the stock, actually maybe this was the stock I was talking about, how it made a little bit of a run up going into the earnings report, and I noticed that. So Williams Sonoma made a nice little run up yesterday going into the earnings report, and it got me excited as to, maybe the report's going to come out good. It did come out good. It started making that move to the upside in pre-market itself. A little bit of a lighter volume stock, so I kind of really couldn't do too much on it. Watched it rally. I was like, okay, this is kind of insane, but we do have the opening range 5-minute high. So what can I do with this opening range 5-minute high? I could do two things. Either I could take the breakout of the opening range 5-minute high, or I could patiently wait to see how the stock reacts on the break of the opening range 5-minute high, and then see if it pulls back and still finds buying. That's what I did. It pulls back, finds buying into the today's VWAP or the anchored VWAP, whatever you want to call it, right? Finds buying into today's VWAP, bounces back up. So I throw an order into this area low, and I pray to God. I go, okay, God, give me my goddamn fill. If I get it, I will thank you. If I don't, I will still thank you, but just not as much. So I got that fill at 266, was giving my stop at 265, and I was thinking about taking that breakout of the opening range high, because now, after the opening range kind of breaks, pulls back, and goes up higher again, those are the opening range breaks that you want to smash. Like, take them. I did not take them because I did not have the cojones. Muy cojones no grande. Mu cojones no grande. Un poquito cojones, right? Un poquito cojones. And no grande cojones, keeping me away from taking this breakout and missing out on a big, big, big move over here on the chart. Couple other mistakes that I did is, I did not take the trade according to the market structure. I took the trade according to my plan, which was, if I took what's it called? A measured move exit. My measured move exit was around $280 right here into 280. I think, yeah, 280.87 is the high of this box. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to leave an order at 280 and forget about it. But if you actually see how the stock looks on the 1 minute time frame, it looks like, going into that 280 right here before 280, that's 278. We have a little bit of a tussle, a wiggle, a fight, right? Short sellers are coming in, and profit takers are taking profits because they're being pussies, right? So you're taking profits, the longs are taking profits, and the short sellers are using that selling to maybe initiate shorts, and their stops are near the high of those candles, near the high of that red candle, high of that red candle. And what I am banking on is, as we take out that high, those short sellers who got short, their stops trigger, and we get that extra oomph to the north side. So when I recognize that, why am I still leaving my stop to take profit, or sorry, my target to take profit at 280? I should have been a little bit more proactive, seeing this thing over here and being like, okay, this is a clear hold of the 9 EMA. The structure is looking like it wants to have another bull flag breakout. In that case, 280 is no longer the target. And I still just stuck with my answer for 280 as a target. Had I also ignored the measured move and kind of incorporated a couple other reasons to exit instead of simply just the measured move, such as the 9 EMA reject right there, 284, 285, that could have given me another $5 per share. I might have not caught the whole move into 288, into 290, but that would have given me another $5 per share, waiting for the stock to truly trade under the 21 EMA or truly trade under the 9 EMA. So a couple mistakes over there. Only got like tunnel vision into taking my profits into one measured move and not really focusing on other variables. Also got very tunnel visioned on not really adding to my trade, because I don't want my average to screw me out of a trade or get me emotional to the point where I start trading the trade even worse. So at some point, I did trade it to the best of my ability. Captured $14 damn per share when I was only risking about $1.30 or whatever, right? So about 13 are overall. Monster winner, no complaints, but always looking on ways to improve. And you can only do that if you ask yourself, how can you improve? What are the reasons that could help you hold the trade better? And I see the reasons right away. You see the market structure, that's telling you that's a bit bull flag getting ready to break out. Don't exit at 280. It's not really getting under the 9 or the 21 EMA. Don't exit at 280, you little paper-handed bitch. But overall, one of my best trades indeed, TH. I mean, I don't even know how I caught this, man. I don't even know how I caught this. Look at that entry. Look at that exit. I'm him. I'm Himalayan, baby. All right, anyways. Tesla, caught some beautiful short scalps on Tesla. Was actually looking for a move, again, a measured move on Tesla on the break of the 5-minute low. This one I actually took it right off the rip, because once it came into the 5-minute low, it actually bounced right here. It actually bounced off from the 5-minute low and then started going down. So I thought, I said, okay, that's the trade I want to be in. I gave it to the stop above VWAP. It never really triggered. Moved into VWAP, saw some consolidation, struggled again. So I took more shares here. This time I didn't let what what I did on Williams-Sonoma affect me. I actually took more shares over here on the way down, because this confirms my trade. Add to my trade right to the downside. Once I see a little bit of buying come in, I take some size out. Then I blind some entry over here back into the opening range 5-minute low, a blind entry. I still give it the right respect the stock deserves, which is giving it the right amount of risk, giving it the right amount of stop. That stop doesn't trigger. That should have given me another entry, but I chicken out of that entry over there once it gets back under VWAP. After chickening out on that entry, I actually start chickening out on the trade completely. Take some more profits because I'm seeing consolidation at a new high, at a new higher low. Not a lower low, at a higher low. So don't really like seeing that. And this one, you could consider this as the lower high, but it's technically the same high in my opinion. But this overall kind of looks like a wedge pattern, and it does break the wedge pattern. So the size that I bitch out over here at, I add that size back into my trade, and then right into the low a day, I start seeing nothing happening. So I close my trade, I walk away from it. But later on, when the market flushes, I take a nice little short and I add to that short again over here into that 170 area on Tesla. Nice little scalps on the day on Tesla over there for me. Palantir, shout out to the boy Angry Buddha. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep telling you, go check out all the links below in the description. Not because it makes me money. Doesn't actually make me any money. That's a lie. If you hit the links on Trade Ideas, TraderSync, and Benzinga and actually purchase this software, it does make me a little bit of money. But going to Patreon, not Patreon, going to Discord, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff doesn't actually make me money. But I'm telling you to go check them out because they're amazing resources. We have amazing traders in there giving us amazing call outs. I think I said amazing like a million times now. I need better vocabulary. God damn it. We got beautiful call outs in the chat going on 24/7. That's right. Even when the market's off, we got people talking about stocks and giving call outs. And one of them was our buddy Angry Buddha, who's in the chat right now. He called out this Palantir opportunity for a possible long. I think you would call this some sort of a ascending triangle or whatever. At the end of the day, all I saw was, I didn't mean to do that. At the end of the day, all I saw was that seller right there into $25, right? Every time the stock pops up into $25, give me my drawing tool. Every time that you're seeing the stock pop up into $25, you're seeing selling taking place. So that's a clear action of selling coming in that you can notice on the chart. At the same time, you're also seeing buying coming in. But what is actually going on with the buying? The buyers are stepping up every single time, even though they notice that there's a seller there. So at this point, the buyers are being even more aggressive than the seller. The seller is actually not pushing the stock lower. He is staying put at that area. Now, we don't know if the seller is a long taking profits or a short opening a short position. We don't know that. All we know is there's a seller here. But what we can kind of speculate on is leaning off of this big seller. Maybe that seller is not a short seller, right? Maybe that seller is actually a long taking profits, but the long taking profits is initiating day traders to take shorts by using that area as their stop. Now, that right there is the key information for this trade. Those day traders, those monkey traders who are looking to scalp their shorts into these drops to the downside by taking their short positions, maybe some of them are actually getting out into those lows. Those monkey traders taking shorts into these areas over here, leaning on that seller, might actually take some profits, some scalps into these lows, but they will still have a stop for some of their size, or if not most of their size, on the break of this level. That is what we're banking on. So once that stop breaks, I am looking for my long. I am looking for all of these people who are wrong to punch out of their position, and that gives me a little bit more sauce, a little bit more juice to the north side, and that is exactly what we got out of it. And also, this is where you actually you could have used measured move perfectly, and that's why I don't want to throw away the measured move measured move idea completely out. This kind of helps with the whole thing. So take the measured move, and you get exactly the high that Palantir topped out at. And I had two targets, that anchored VWAP and that high. And you can see my trade on Palantir took the breakout, the anchored VWAP, that high. I left some running just in case it gave me a bigger move, a way bigger dream of a move. Left some shares running, got stopped out, walked away from a trade. Easy trade. Didn't have to think twice. Didn't have to even worry about the position. Monster. So take a look at that long over there. Thank you, Angry Buddha, for calling it out. You guys need to go check these trades out, my friend. Nice pun. He's staying put on that area. Not sure what that means. Mean regression, linear regression, all aligned with measured moves. Use it a lot to give me a range to work with. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I don't really want to throw out the whole measured move idea just because it screwed me out of like $8 more or $5 more on Williams-Sonoma. Couple things I could have improved, like I mentioned, is actually not just taking one lot trade. I could have taken maybe 2 lots trades, at which point I could have scaled in and scaled out of the position. But overall, the amount of risk I wanted to give this trade, amount of money I was willing to lose, and so on, I could only take one lot on it, and I was okay with trading it with one entry and one out. So that's the way I traded it. I'm okay with it. Williams-Sonoma, pretty good trade at the end of the day. So I'm not gonna throw out the whole playbook because of that one mistake over there. NVDS, this is the inverse of NVIDIA, but to the short side. So if you ever want to short NVIDIA, but you're too scared to short NVIDIA because the price of the stock is too expensive for you, you can always head over to NVDS. Pretty good liquidity, $13 stock, and that's what I did. I went over to NVDS instead of shorting NVIDIA, took the short over here, took that nice little scalp, and I noticed that the market was just kind of stuck and the NVIDIA was kind of stuck, so I just walked away from NVDS overall. Couple of the other trades over here, not important. CELH, this one was such a piss off, stupid mistake over here, give it too much risk, but then later on, that sell off that the stock did, what a scam of a freaking sell off, man. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? It sells off, scares me, so I offer out for almost flat, so I try not to take too much of a damage by offering out to get out at almost flat. But then right after it does that move was the actual move that we were all looking for at my office. I mean, what a scam. Fuck this stock. A highly shorted stock overall, and CELH, I mean, whatever, not gonna complain about it. Pretty good move to the upside today. A highly shorted stock and taking out all-time highs, so might want to keep looking at CELH going forward. I almost forgot about one ticker over here for my watch list tomorrow. It's actually SOUN. This one's squeezing a little bit and getting a little excited. So SOUN, maybe we got. Why is that on the wrong color if that's the earnings anchored VWAP? What the fuck? Okay. Where is yesterday's low? Yesterday's high? That $8.73 was actually... okay. Wait, where are we? Oh, right here. Oh, okay. I thought we were here. Never mind. We were here. Okay, that's pretty interesting. SOUN makes it to the watch list, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure you're watching this one without a doubt. This one, obviously, ever since Jensen Huang decided to buy some shares on this position, it started bringing in some hype, some rallies, some craziness. So watching to see how Soundhound can do some wild stuff tomorrow. Can it squeeze? Yes, we can. At least we're hoping that it can. We'll see if it can do some fun stuff tomorrow. Sound with an ATR of 85 cents. doing way more than 85 cents type of moves now. So yeah, keep this one on your watch list, 100% in play. We still have a bunch of other stocks on the watch list over here to talk about, but I kind of just don't even care anymore about these stocks, honestly, because I don't expect any moves tomorrow happening. We got NVO, ON, which made a pretty good move today. ON got destroyed off the earnings report, but then immediately reversal right back up, which was insane. Did not expect that. So possibly watching ON tomorrow to see if it gives you some sort of a trade. NVO near that all-time high area. We talked about this also with the Oprah's craziness coming out soon. The documentary, I think Friday or Monday, not sure when. So watching to see what happens over there. With Bitcoin at all-time high, I guess you're still watching Bitcoin-based stocks, right? So Coinbase, Mara, IBIT, BITO, GBTC, you're continuing to watch that. I will never not watch NVIDIA, right? You will never not watch NVIDIA, but I think tomorrow, I honestly believe the market might just be on a little bit of a standstill. But if the market's not on standstill, then that could bring in some excitement tomorrow. And the only things that can kind of help the market not be on standstill will be these numbers coming out at 8:30. So here's your economic calendar. Core PPI coming out at 8:30 along with the jobless claims, initial jobless claims, PPI numbers, retail sales, a lot of economic data coming out at 8:30, and most of this economic data is being considered from the FOMC committee in terms of how to fight the inflation and so on. So very important for the market. We kind of saw a little bit of a move on the CPI number, so maybe we see some moves coming in off the 8:30 number tomorrow, and then possibly just the market dying off. I'm not really expecting anything happening before that Friday move, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm really, really wrong if that the market does not move and actually ends up moving around. That way we get a lot of trading opportunities. But if there's no trading opportunities on the overall market and most of the stocks over there, at least we have the stocks that are reporting earnings, and they should move around, like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, DKS at almost all-time highs. That one's a pretty important stock. PAT and S are pretty important too, in my opinion, along with MMM. So all the stocks that we just talked about, pretty important in my opinion for tomorrow, and I think those are the only ones we kind of need to watch. SOUN too. Don't forget SOUN. Okay, now going on to the next part of the stream over here, brought to you by TraderSync. Check out TraderSync, gives you 50% off by using code PRAD15. It is the #1 trade journal tracking software. You can connect it to multiple brokerages connected directly to your broker. Download your data from them, plug it in, and you can see all your stats, your win rate, your loss rate, where you're losing, where are you winning, what time are you making your most money, what time are you losing your most money, and you can then figure out how to maximize the good opportunities and minimize the bad opportunities. Like I said at the start of the show, the job is not to show up at your A game 100% of the time. It's just physically impossible. But it is possible to learn how to manage your trades and yourself when you are at the C grade or at the D grade at your trading day. So if you don't have statistics to kind of help you understand all that, you will never be able to crack that code. So TraderSync, go check them out. Code PRAD15 at the checkout, link in the description below. And the next part of this stream over here is a YouTube video. I'm sure all of you saw that one coming. We were actually going to watch this video yesterday, but we watched another video yesterday, which was about, liquidity into the sell side, liquidity into the buy side, how to identify or how to actually use that liquidity to help us find a trade. Kind of like what I was talking about on Palantir today, right? Palantir, that $25 area, lots of short sellers probably trapped. And if they are trapped and they are wrong, what should they do when they're wrong? Their the stop should get triggered, and that means they're buying shares. If they're buying shares, that means it should start going up higher, right? So the longs should come into play over here, and that also triggers more new longs into the trade, and that's exactly how it played out on Palantir. So understanding that kind of concept yesterday helped us educate you guys now live on here. So thanks to that video. But let's see if understanding this video over here helps us improve that 1% that we always look for by understanding the best way to enter, or maybe just overall understanding how to best trade reversal strategies. So strap on your helmets. By helmets, I mean headsets. Strap on your gaming helmets. Turn up your speakers. And let's get ready to rumble. Let me actually turn down some of the volumes over here on my mixer. That way I don't go deaf. Okay, guys, let's watch this video.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Identifying market direction and true reversal points can often be tricky because the market usually makes many false signals before a true trend reversal happens on the chart. So how can we identify a true reversal point based on price action and smart money concepts?
Is that loud enough for you guys?
In this video, we're going to share with you a powerful trading technique that combines smart money concepts with RSI divergence as confirmation to identify the true market structure shifts on the chart. These guys' intro is a banger, guys. These guys' intro is
Here's
a quick breakdown of what we are covering today. First, we'll discuss the features.
Okay, I'm getting too distracted. Let's watch it. RSI, I don't want to watch this video anymore.
Usually makes many false signals before a true trend reversal happens on the chart. So how can we identify a true reversal point based on price action and smart money concepts? In this video, we're going to share with you a powerful trading technique that combines smart money concepts with RSI divergence as confirmation to identify the true market structure shifts on the chart. Here's a quick breakdown of what we are covering today. First, we'll discuss the features of the RSI indicator. Then we'll demonstrate the correct usage of RSI.
Don't mess with my RSI. I mean, look,
we'll explain how
I got nothing against RSI. That's a lie. I got everything against the RSI. I just don't like that goddamn indicator. But then again, I have nothing against it. Like, why do I actually hate it? I have no reason to hate it. It's never made me take a bad trade. It's never, made me lose money. But I mainly don't like the indicator because the $1 million traders that I see in front of my eyes don't use it, right? The $1 million traders that I work with, they don't even care about the RSI indicator. And also a secondary reason is because there used to be a couple traders that I know, like they were at the training level, and they were big on the RSI indicator, and all they did was lose. And watching the way they traded on RSI made me hate the RSI indicator because I thought everyone traded RSI that way, which was, 70 oversold short, 20 overbought long, or whatever the hell the things are. So watching these two idiots kind of do that made me think that it's just that is the trading, and I was like, okay, I never want to hear the words RSI or MACD ever again. But we kind of started watching a couple of videos about RSI and MACD from SMB Capital, and they talk about a couple good ways and good ideas to look at the RSI indicator, kind of use that as a tool to combine it with other tools to give them that extra confluence, that not just confluence, but extra, what's the word that starts with the C? Not confidence, but not cojones either. Not confidence, not cojones, but whatever the extra C word is, that makes them, really pile into the confirmation. Thank you, brother. Conviction, confirmation. Thank you. Those are the two words I was looking for. That extra confirmation, that extra conviction for them to push that leverage into that trade. That made sense to me. That actually made sense to me. But then watching people just trade that 70-30 nonsense, and even watching people on like Instagram Reels and TikTok, which is actually getting banned now. So maybe you don't have to follow me on TikTok, but do go follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. Links down below in the description. Their conviction and confirmation biases are being used with RSIs and MACDs and other tools. That actually makes sense with me. I was about to say the other C word.
Reversal points in conjunction with smart money concepts. So guys, if that's something you're interested in, make sure to hit the like button to help us make more videos like this, and subscribe to our channel if you're new, since we publish many advanced trading concepts.
This is me doing the gritty to this epic ass beat.
Starting with the basics.
All right, done with the gritty.
What is the RSI indicator? The
Relative Strength Index.
or
Oof, I'm so
RSI,
good.
is a
I'm so
momentum
good.
oscillator that measures the speed and change of price movements.
Okay, we're at the
It
basic
helps
part of the
traders
stream
identify
now.
potential trend reversals and overbought, oversold conditions.
I need a
in the
fire
market.
intro like that, bro. Do we
To
got
add
some
this
beat
indicator
makers
to your
in here?
chart,
Beat
simply
makers in the
click on
chat?
Indicators tab in the
Some
TradingView
video
platform.
makers in the
Then
chat?
type RSI into the search bar. When the relative strength index appears in the search results,
Dieter
click
makes
on it,
beats?
and it will
Okay,
be applied
Dieter.
to your chart.
That are about to
When
give
the
me a
RSI
copyrighted
rises above
ass
the
beat,
70
and I'm gonna
line,
get
it typically
demonetized and
suggests that
banned.
the currency may be overbought. This means that the price
Dieter's
has
a
increased
beat maker, a
significantly in
photographer, a
relatively
day
short
trader,
period, and there is a possibility
investor,
that a price
swing
reversal
trader.
or correction may occur soon.
Wub, 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 wub.
Conversely, when the price falls
All right,
below
let's
the
pay
30
attention.
line on the RSI,
Here's the
it
70-30
usually
bullshit
indicates
again.
that the currency may
Here's
be
the 70-30
oversold.
bullshit again.
This suggests that the price has decreased significantly in a relatively short period, and there is a possibility of a price reversal or bounce back. Now, this is how traditional traders use this indicator. The problem with this concept is that the price can stay in overbought or oversold conditions for a long time. This happens because there's no fixed limit to how high or low the price can keep going. And if you place trades solely based on entering overbought and oversold conditions, you will likely encounter many losing trades.
Thank you.
So how do we use the RSI indicator?
I guess I didn't need to rant in the start of the video. I could have just let the video play out.
The way to use the RSI is by identifying the divergence between price and the indicator, which can signal potential trend reversals. So what is divergence? Divergence occurs when the price moves in the opposite direction of an indicator, such as the RSI, suggesting a potential reversal in the current trend. Here on the chart, the price has broken the previous structure to the upside, creating a new high. But if we look at the RSI, we will notice the indicator has made a lower high, which created a divergence. And as you can see, it has resulted in a trend change. This concept is not
Why do
limited to
these
the bullish
guys
scenario,
always show
and it can be
examples
used
on
the opposite
Forex
side as
markets?
well.
Like the Forex market's one of the most inefficient piece of shit market there ever is. Why the hell do you always show examples on the Forex markets?
Here, the price has created a lower low, but if we look at the RSI, we will notice that it has created a higher
Sorry,
low,
most
which
efficient.
is
Did
a
I say
divergence.
inefficient? I meant to say the most
Once
efficient.
again, it has
The
resulted in
edges on
market
Forex
structure
markets
shifting
are
from a
next to none.
downtrend to an uptrend. Now, what is the psychology behind RSI divergence?
You tell
RSI
me,
and
mate.
price divergence reflect a disconnect between price action and momentum, indicating potential exhaustion in the current trend, which traders take as a signal for a possible trend reversal. Now, here are some pro tips for making the RSI divergence more effective. Number 1. The RSI divergence works best when it has entered the overbought or the oversold area. It shows that, firstly, the price has increased significantly and rapidly, indicating a potential reversal or correction may occur soon. Secondly, the divergence signals a possible market structure shift. Number 2. Use the divergence concept in the trending markets. In ranging markets, where prices move sideways, RSI divergence signals may be less reliable due to the lack of a clear trend direction, making it challenging to act upon divergence signals effectively. So, make sure that you use this concept when you can clearly identify the trend. Number 3. The divergence occurs after a long-term trend. When a trend lasts a long time before RSI divergence happens, it means more people are involved and the price has moved strongly. This increases the chance of a big reversal, giving better opportunity.
I mean, if I can just move this real quick. Without using the RSI indicator, let me just kind of zoom in. Oh, that doesn't work. I thought zooming in would work. Okay, but either way, let's actually do this instead. Okay. Good thing I actually opened the software for us. So right here, this clearly, when you see a flat bottom like that, that means there's a buyer here, buying here, and then over here, they kind of gave up. But sometimes what a buyer can also do is pull their order let the stock flush down a little bit if they think they can get a better price. But on that flush down, if there's like, not enough liquidity, or maybe the buyer just wants to kind of burn the stops of this area, if he or she or they or it are big enough of a player and they wanted to game the market a bit, they could take out the buy order that was sitting here, let everybody else that was kind of front running his buy order, let everybody else who was kind of using him to get long, get burnt out, get stopped out. That creates extra liquidity for him to take more size that he was actually looking to take. Like, let's say he wanted to take 10,000 shares, only got filled 2,000, got filled 2,000. Over here, he notices that he was getting front run a bit, whatever is happening. I'm kind of creating a theory for you. I'm not saying this is exactly what happened, right? And I'm going to explain why I'm creating this theory. Pulls that order, lets it go lower, creates extra liquidity, then starts buying it back up and creates this big move to the north side. Awesome. Now, if you just ignore the theory and understand exactly what happened in this area, at the end of the day, there was a big buyer. The buyer got destroyed by the selling pressure. We got lower low, lower high. Eventually, they were lucky enough to bully it to a new low. But that new low got bought right back up. This amount of buying pressure right here in that new low and getting bought back up brings in a lot of longs right here, because sometimes people wait for this action to take place. They wait for a new low to be established and then get bought back up to enter long. This is a much more actionable setup to go long than it is to kind of go long here. Or let's say this breakout over here happened actually over here and then it started going back up. That's also what people actually look out for. I hear people talking about this all the time. Wait for the low to break, wiggle, shake out the stops, and see if buying comes back in again. If it does, then whoever was selling here, they're going to take out their profits, especially if they were pyramiding into their trade. If they took an entry there, if they took an entry there, entry here, most of their stops are going to get blown out in this area. So we're looking for those people to then be wrong. But if this trade actually was going to the downside and ended up being a short, it breaks this area, pulls back to this area, and just rejects this area and then flushes back down. But as you guys can see, that's not how it played out. It went back up. I kind of didn't even need RSI and MACD to help me understand this. Just looking at the market structure. This is why I also say, using indicators, all that fancy stuff sometimes overcomplicates things for people, right? Understand the buying, the selling, what people are doing at what prices, and how might they react when they are wrong. How might these guys react when they are wrong? Let's say you went into a short here, or even if you took a brand new short at the low a day. How are you reacting when the stock punches back through your entry, through your stop? How is this guy reacting when it goes through his entry and his stop, right? I want to see that reaction take place for me to start making a decision on the market. And obviously tools like this kind of will help you to time that entry a little bit better maybe. But understanding the structure of what the stock is doing and then understanding what the indicator is kind of telling you also is a great way to expand your knowledge, instead of just simply watching a YouTube video being like, oh, they used RSI, oh, they used fair value gaps, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it to make a decision on every single thing I'm doing. It doesn't necessarily work like that. These are great tools, but you got to learn how to use them. You got to understand what they're even explaining, and you got to understand the first thing is the market structure, right? How are traders behaving? How are their emotions getting triggered when their stops are getting pushed up to their when the stock is pushing into their stops, or when a stock is pushing for their profit areas? How might they react, and so on,
to profit from the new trend. While RSI divergence is a popular price action signal used by many traders.
Oh, we got a lot of comments in the chat over here. This is what I was looking for, but only in my linear regression indicator that shows it also becomes a sufficiently oversold. Okay, yeah, so you're coupling it with other things. I like it. Wouldn't a small SMA line just as well? Yeah, I mean, you could use like a 90 MA line or something that could show you that I guess like right here, I could paint the 9 EMA line without even seeing where it is, right? The 9 EMA would kind of probably be like this, and then like that. So right here, when the stock reclaims the 9 EMA and then pulls back to the 9 EMA and then actually starts holding the 9 EMA, that's a good spot to start your long with your stop at the low of day, right? Never really get stopped out. Another spot to add with the stop here now, pyramiding into your trade. So multiple ways to kind of build your entries, your exits without actually using any indicator, understanding market structure.
There are some issues associated with applying it to live trading. For
Wait,
example,
I forgot there was still more comments over here. Some stocks can't handle 10K shares. Right. Yes and no. Look at RSI plus linear regression bands by Zierman. I'm guessing on TradingView. Okay, on TradingView, gotcha. Oh, you're talking to TH though. Okay. The blue bar breaking the red line is a clear Z buy entry. I'm guessing you were talking about earlier. The blue bar breaking the red line. Oh, my red line. Oh, yeah. My red line that I drew on that picture. Yeah, the blue bar breaking the red line is a clear entry. 100%. I agree. True, most of the time, I'll call something just looking for a structure and I'll look it up with other people's indicators. Makes sense.
There are some issues
I don't disagree,
associated
says
with applying
TH.
it to
I like
live
it anytime
trading.
TH agrees with me. I love it when TH agrees with me.
For example, consider this chart. In this scenario, the market is in a downtrend, but the RSI signals a divergence, suggesting a potential reversal. This might prompt traders to look for long trades. However, the market subsequently makes another lower low, and upon inspecting the RSI indicator, you'll observe it creates another divergence again. Now, this scenario can repeat several times until the price finally decides to reverse and begin its upward movement. Now, that's why we combine the RSI divergence with the reversal concepts of smart money trading to confirm our entry. This makes our trading plan stronger, helping us find better times to enter the market with more confirmation and confidence. So, let's continue with the next topic, combining the RSI divergence with a change of character. But before we continue, if you have enjoyed this video so far, please hit the like button to help our
surprised he
team
hasn't
create
hit us
more
with an
videos
ad
like
yet.
this. Also, if you're curious about how we stay updated on
Oh, there
financial
we go.
news and fundamental
There we go.
analysis,
There we go.
well, we rely on Fastbull, one of the best
There
trading
we go.
websites with various useful trading tools. This site provides one of the most accurate and detailed
There's
economic
my ad.
calendar, a tool we in a bullish scenario, when the price breaks and closes below the lowest point of 2 consecutive highs, we refer to it as a change of character. Similar to divergence, it signifies a loss of momentum, suggesting that buyers are losing control and the price could reverse downward. This support area served as the final barrier before the bearish movement, and the buyers were unable to maintain this level. The main distinction between them is that the change of character occurs within the market structure, providing strong confirmation for the reversal. So forming a change of character after the RSI divergence is a strong reversal signal. Combining the divergence with supply and demand areas.
I hate this AI voice,
Imagine this
man.
chart
This AI
represents a
voice
higher
has no
time frame.
goddamn emotion
Let's
in
examine
it.
the latest price
It's
action.
just like so
We have a
blunt
bullish
with its
market that
words. I feel
consistently
like
forms higher highs and higher
I'm talking to a
lows.
robot, but I am
Therefore,
talking to a
our
robot.
overall bias remains bullish. The optimal area
He
to
just
seek a
ends
buying
statements in
opportunity is
such
within
a-
this consolidation zone because it offers a
just
favorable
ends
risk
it.
to reward
I hate
ratio,
that.
and placing
Put a little
stop
bit
loss
more
below
emotion
this
for
zone
me,
can
man.
provide a secure placement. If the market manages to pull back to this area, we can zoom into the lower time frame to identify entry signals for long positions. Here in the lower time
Long
frame,
positions.
we want the market to show a sign of reversal for this short-term downtrend, and then open a long position in the direction of the higher time frame. If we apply the RSI indicator to the chart, we can see that we have a bullish divergence as the price made a lower low, but the
This is
indicator has
actually
made a
pretty
high-
good. See, this is not just solely like you're watching the 1 minute chart and you're looking for a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and you're waiting for the divergence to show up. This, that. That is craziness to me. But if you're actually going out of your way, going on the zooming out, when in doubt, zoom out, you're looking at the higher time frame, you're looking at the demand zone, you're looking at the supply zone, and then when it pushes into the demand or supply zone, then you're kind of using your indicators. You're using the RSIs, your MACDs, or you're using your trend lines or your support lines or whatever it is to kind of help you make this trade. You know, I like same like the market structure I was explaining before. Once again, a new low came in, that low immediately got bought back up. A seller stuffed it down, but that seller got matched with a buyer right away, at which point we know that the seller is wrong. At least it's innocent until proven guilty, but he does get proven guilty very quickly when it goes back through that same low and then starts holding that low as a support, and then we start seeing new buyers coming into this trade, kind of helping his thesis. Whoever started this rally, their stops are all down over here. So until that stops get burnt out, the buyer is now innocent until proven guilty, and the seller is now guilty. Right? Before it was he was innocent until proven guilty, and this guy was guilty, and now it's the other way around. So things just change that quickly. But at matching this lower low, lower high, coming in lower low over here, but the divergence in the RSI, which was a higher low, gave you a possible trade idea in a mapped out demand zone. This is actually not a bad way to kind of look at RSI, in my opinion. This is actually pretty decent.
This represents the first sign of a
That's actually his real voice. I don't think so. I think it's a freaking AI. And if it's not an AI and he's doing this on purpose, then god damn, bro. I hope you don't talk like this in real life.
This signal later confirms with a change
Okay,
of
I'm
character.
gonna take that back. I'm like body shaming, but it's not really body shaming. I'm like bullying the dude for his voice. Now I take it back. You have a beautiful voice, bro. You actually articulate well. You speak well. People can actually understand what you're saying, unlike me. So shout out to you. You actually have a wonderful tonal pattern. But put some emotion in it, my guy. Come on. I wanna like, I don't want like, bam, just bang, and like that. I wanna to have some emotion. Put some sway into the patterns if you are a real dude.
Showing that the buyers have taken control.
You know that YouTube pattern? Today, I'm going to talk to you about this. But first, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, and all that fun stuff in the description below. But let's get continued. But before, I want to talk about today's sponsor.
Trend is over.
Basically what I do every single day, goddammit.
In the direction of the higher time frame. The same concept applies to the bearish scenario as well. Here, we have a bearish market. This is considered the latest impulsive move that created a fair value gap area. So if the price makes a pullback and returns to this area, the candles that created the FVG would be an optimal trading zone to look for short entries. So, first, we wait for the price to enter our trading zone.
Hey, hit that damn like button, says Alex M. Spider. Everybody hit that like button. Shout out to Alex M. Spider. Ooh, I actually want to try this out.
If we apply the RSI indicator, we can see that once again we have a divergence. So we wait for the price to confirm this signal by breaking below the latest higher low, and then we can look for short entries. But remember, always do your own backtesting to assess how well your trading setups perform on past data.
Wait, that didn't even work.
Also, if you're an experienced trader looking to get funded,
it did work.
Register with our trusted proprietary firm, Funded Next. Funded Next is one of the top-rated prop firms on Trustpilot that provides one of the lowest spreads and commissions in the industry.
Another ad? God damn it, bro.
They offer a variety of plans for traders with unique service, combining the divergence.
I was expecting this guy to have one ad. This guy hit me with 2 advertisements. God damn, man. This guy's funded way too well.
For yourself. Combining the divergence with premium and discount zones. What if the latest impulsive move doesn't show a clear imbalance? In this situation, using the Fibonacci retracement tool can help us find key levels where the price might bounce back. Below 50% is the discount zone, and above is the premium. When we're bullish about
so this guy just talk about a field... Didn't we just talk about fair value gap, and then we just stopped at fair value gap? I thought you were going to talk about RSI and fair value gap. So he just talked about a fair value gap in the supply zone as a possible reversal entry. I mean, it's not a wrong concept, but okay, that's all that was to that. That's
sad. And then
sad.
zoom into lower time frames to look for reversal confirmations and open short positions. Here,
That's
on
a
the
little
lower
too
time
basic
frame,
for me.
if we apply the RSI indicator, we can see that once again we have a divergence.
So
we
he
wait
did
for
go
the
to a
price
lower
confirm
time
this
frame
signal by
after that.
breaking below
Okay,
the
there
latest
you
higher
go.
low.
He went to a
And then
lower
we can
time
look for
frame and
short
then he started
entries.
looking at the RSI.
But remember,
That makes a little bit more.
always
He's
do
kind of
your own
using more
backtesting to assess how
convergence,
well your
more
trading setups perform on past
confirmations
data.
coming into his play.
Also, if you're an experienced trader looking to get funded,
Now here comes
register
the
with our
ad.
combining the divergence with premium and discount zones. What if the latest impulsive move doesn't show a clear imbalance? In this situation, using the Fibonacci retracement tool can help us find key levels where the price might bounce back.
Whoa, what the
Below
hell? You guys see what it
50%
said?
is the discount zone, and above is the
Hey,
premium.
there you go. He's on the right account
When we're bullish
now.
about the market, we focus on buying in the discount zone for
There
several
you go.
reasons.
He's on the right account now.
It gives us a fair risk-to-reward ratio, since the first target is the recent high. Putting our stop loss below this lower high is a safe bet for long trades. Usually, the market clears out early buyers to create enough liquidity for the next moves. However, in strong trends with small pullbacks, finding good chances in the discount zone becomes less likely. So, the main concept of the trading idea, when there's no obvious imbalance in the recent movement, is to wait for the price to reach the discount zone and then search for reversal signals in the lower time frame. This reversal signal might again be a divergence accompanied by a change of character. The same principle applies to a bearish scenario. When the overall trend is bearish, first, we use the retracement tool and wait for the price to reach the premium zone. Then, we seek confirmations in the lower time frame to enter a short position aligned with the higher time frame. Once again, the confirmation is a combination of RSI divergence and the change of character. Combining the divergence with liquidity sweep pattern. In the bullish scenario, the liquidity sweep pattern refers to a single candle that sweeps the liquidity below the previous low. This liquidity sweep can be by wicks or body. But the important point is that the price must return to range immediately after this candle closes. In an uptrend, the bullish liquidity sweep is a sign of upward continuation, and a bearish liquidity sweep signals a possible reversal. The same concept applies to a downtrend. A bearish liquidity sweep signifies a downward continuation, and a bullish liquidity sweep signals a possible reversal. Now let me show you how we combine the liquidity sweep pattern with RSI divergence with a real chart example. Here on the pound-yen 1-hour chart, recent bearish movements
More
are evident.
Forex. What the
The price has rejected this level twice, resulting in equal lows. Liquidity below a low or a group of lows indicates sell-side liquidity. When the price approaches this level, bullish traders will either go long or protect their previously opened long positions. Conversely, breakout traders will go short if the price breaks through this level. The animated movement aiming to capture this liquidity is referred to as sell-side delivery. Now, we observe a valid liquidity sweep pattern as one candle has closed below this green line, and the price immediately pushed higher back inside the range. This signals a possible reversal, as algorithmic price delivery has engaged liquidity by trapping traders on both sides. Subsequently, smart money would go long to engage buy-side liquidity. Additionally, looking at the RSI indicator, we notice a bullish divergence as the price has formed a lower low, but the indicator has formed a higher low. This serves as another confirmation that the short-term downtrend is ending, and the market may begin to push higher. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope this video provided value to you. If it did, please go ahead and smash the like button to show your support. And if you're new here,
Oh, he actually
consider
has some
subscribing to
emotion
our
here.
channel. See you in the next episode.
What the f- Who ends a video like that?
Go ahead and smash the like. I hope this video
He just brought in some emotion at
provided
the
value
end
to
there.
you. If it did, please go ahead and smash the like button to show your support. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel. See you in the next episode.
Yo, what? Yo, what? Is he real?
Engage buy-side liquidity. Additionally,
You can
looking
hear the change in the pattern of the voice.
at the RSI has formed a higher low. This serves as another confirmation that the short-term downtrend is ending, and the market may begin to push higher. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope this video provided value to you. If it did, please go ahead and smash the like button to show your support. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel. See you in the next episode.
Nah, this AI is sentient now. This AI just gained consciousness. This AI is now sentient. It can think for itself. It heard us talking shit about not having any emotion, and it flipped the script on us at the end of the video. Nah, that's crazy. Nah, that's wild. That's wild. 25 likes, let's go, but only 10 viewers. I don't know what I need to do to grow my viewer base, but I appreciate. Let me take that bad boy out of my mouth real quick. You guys like my background? Let's show you my other backgrounds over here. Next desktop background. Hello? Oh, there we go. Hey, a little OG computer here. Next desktop background. Next desktop background. Next desktop background. There we go. A little bit of a sunset, retro sunset fit going on over here. But anyways, we're basically done for the day, guys. Don't have anything else to talk about. We talked about most of the things that we wanted to. The IPO calendar is finally showing Reddit on there. Reddit March 21st. We do have another one before Reddit. I think right here, 600 million or so 600 billion, 6 billion. 6 billion, 8 billion, either way, whatever. Astera Labs and Reddit, both of them IPOing around the same time, 20th and 21st of March. FOMC on the 20th of March, so we'll talk about all three going closer into that date. Tomorrow after our earnings, we got Adobe, Ulta Beauty, PagerDuty, the only three that I care about. So make sure you tune in to talk about these tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We also have JBL, which was a monster mover last earnings season. So we'll talk about JBL tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for that. But besides that, for tomorrow, we only really care about UiPath, Dollar General, Dick's, Dollar Tree, and then maybe Oracle, and then obviously some of the Bitcoin and the semiconductor names that have been moving around a little bit. I am trying to scan through my tabs here to see if I forgot anything. Don't think I did. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's call it a night. It's been a wonderful hour and a half with you guys. You guys know how much I love doing this for you guys, and all I ask in return is to hit that like and subscribe button. So please go ahead and do that favor for me. About 50% of you are not subscribed, not sure why, but if you can hit that like and subscribe, that would be a big favor. If you want to go ahead and do an extra step ahead above that, you can go check out my Patreon link down below in the description and unlock some extra features for supporting me on Patreon. So go check out Patreon. Thank you to all the super chats that came in today. We got Ani asking me how many tabs I have open because I'm a psychopath. You know, not enough, Ani. The answer is not enough. So you'll see more going forward. And everybody else, all the OGs, all the 10 people in the chat who hung out for the last hour and a half. Thank you for coming in today. Hopefully I see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, 8 o'clock. TraderPrad out. Good night, fellas. Adios.